Video gets a little bit shaky. I'm going to try and film when I'm driving. It's also very windy here, so a lot of wind noise, but it'd be a lot more if it was in a smaller car. In 1964, my other 64s, it came with a hydromatic transmission. It takes a little bit longer to shift out of first gear. And in 64 was the first year they offered the all-new turbo hydromatic. And I'm going to do a little test here and show you how fast this car can upshift out of first gear. Because in 68, they have the turbo hydromatics, standard of course. And I taken the car on a drive because it's going into the upholstery shop for several weeks. And I'm going to miss some prime driving weather. So, again, don't criticize me for the shaky video because I'm doing this on my own. But I'll do my best to show you just how fast she goes from a dead stop to first gear, out of first gear. There, she's done. That quick. And the hydromatic should be a lot more. And you heard that twisting of the rear wheels. These are torque monsters. 525 foot-pounds of torque on these 472 Cadillacs. Look around. You won't find many cars that can do that. I mean, of this vintage. But I also want to mention that I own an 09 and an 05 Cadillac DeVille, and I always said they're great modern cars, and they are. But when you actually compare the two side by side, like drive one and drive the other, you really start to notice the difference between the two cars. Modern suspension, electronic suspension, all that stuff is great. But when you compare it to a traditional long wheelbase, full frame rear wheel drive Cadillac, there really is no comparison. And for people that don't have the ability to drive one then drive the other right after, you might think nothing's wrong with the smaller, newer Cadillacs. And there's nothing is wrong with them at all. It's just not the same. And I own both cars, so I'm not dissing anything. I'm just making an observation. And it's a beautiful, beautiful car. I like the new cars. But for a classic Cadillac ride, you gotta have a long wheelbase, you gotta have a full frame car. So I'm just driving through a little town here. It's a 2-hour drive. I'm taking the old girl on before I put her away. A little small country town about 40 minutes from my house. And just going to enjoy it. And take her home on the freeway and go about 80 or 90 miles an hour. And even on the first less than an hour, the cars are already running even better than she was before. These big V8s, they just love the open road. So I'm going to give her what she wants. You better believe that. So I'll show you this old girl when I get her back from the upholstery shop, and I'll let you know anything that happens between now and then. And thank you for watching, and see ya down the road.